So DE says Deadlock Protocol will drop in the first week of June. Today is May 30th, 9 p.m. PST, so Pacific Standard Time. That means that the Deadlock Protocol earliest can drop is depends on how their calendar is tomorrow, or anytime starting from Monday. I guess this will be kind of like a farewell video for the Corpus Ship Tileset. Uh, there's probably a bunch of hidden stuff that people doesn't know. Hopefully I can find some. So you can always come up here. This. Most people if they're going cash hunt, you can hear the caches ring when you're like right around here, but you can't actually get down there unless you actually climb in here. And getting out of here is actually a hassle at times, or when you're hunting for medallions. Yeah, that they're hidden down there. There's some spy ones actually. I like the spy ones. Like for the spy one, there's a big tower, the laser. You can actually turn off most of the laser grid, if I'm correct.
Well done. Now get to extraction.
this room? No, the big room with the 3 floors. Well, there's a secret entrance to one of them. Shoot, I forgot, was it the left one or the right one? The middle floor? There is a hidden room you can enter. And on the invasion tile set, in the invasion tile set where the dropships land, or the Corpus, if you are assisting Corpus invading Grenier, let's see. Let's see if this one will spawn it for me. There's a portal that you go in for the Corpus one to get to the Grenier side of the ship.
I need you to sabotage this ship's reactor.
Let's see if it
The
spawns.
reactor
Probably
is a
not.
complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells.
Oh, this room. Yeah, this is one of the ways to get across. And the solution is, unless there's an enemy you need to kill inside the force field, come up here and go to the left. Or right, whichever side it is. And you just bypass that whole needing to hack the energy door, which you would still somehow see a lot of people do. And for sabotage, it's not the first one, it's the second set of doors you want to go in through.
The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again.
This isn't unique to Corpus Ship Sabotage or Ship Sabotage. But in Sabotage, there are 3 things you can do to it. You can put the fuel cell back in the port. You can put the to create a fire hazard. You can create the coolant into the port to create an ice hazard, or you can put the the fuel into the cooling ports. Which is my favorite one because it causes magnetic fields to appear on the map. But it's like the cold one. You had to defend it for a while, if I remember correctly, and then you have to defend it just like the cold one. Actually, I think you can open this door. Like, if you want to do the magnetic one, you can open this door, so you can get in and out faster. But there's no real point. It's just there. The pipe is missing entirely. It might just be just texture. Probably. Magnetic bubbles do reflect shots. But there are ways to get around it, like having a gear operator, but it's not possible for really low level people. Oh, magnetic also comes with low gravity, more correctly. So, which explains why I'm floating now. Yeah, the Corpus siege. No, when the Corpus invasion, I think it has to be. I think it has to be Corpus being the aggressor. There's the room where the giant teleporter, where you jump in and you teleport onto the Grineer galleon. Yeah, I think this is a defensive battle for Corpus. That's why I won't spawn this node. Let's see if there is one. Yeah, this is a Grineer invasion. Okay, I need to find a Corpus offensive. This is infested. It's infested. Corpus siege. Series Corpus siege. Yep. Oh, but it's interception. That's not gonna be the right tileset though. Exterminate? Let's see. It would either be the Grineer asteroid ramming into Corpus ship or Corpus base. The other spawn point would be you get launched out of a cannon in a shell and hit the Corpus ship. So no, it's not gonna spawn at Tileset at all. This is Grineer offense on it too. Well, let's see if I can actually. Let's see. Spy. So for Corpus Spy, there's a well, there's a couple of tricks, but those tricks are about to become useless.
Your mission is to break into enemy data vaults and steal any intelligence files you find.
Oh, let's see this room. Actually, there's nothing special in this room. It's just this middle one is a path sometimes. And whenever you see that there is a hidden items, it's usually behind one of these server thingies. Like one of these blocks, they might have like a hidden cache behind here, or a medallion. Actually, let's see what's on the other end of that. Weird. A lot of enemies spawn, but this should be a dead end. I think there's nothing behind this one. Let's see, that's the one with the smoke. Nothing special in this room. Right, one of those elevator shafts usually ends up having one of them, like on a really rare occasion, one of them will have a vent? Yeah, I guess a vent's the easiest way to say it. A vent that you can jump in and out. Or rather, a vent that lets you go straight down. Let's see, this spy room, nothing in particular. Instead of going to the front door, which means you gotta hack this so you can get inside, you can always go through the vents here. Interesting thing, sometimes cryogenic leaking. Yeah, you can also come in from that side, but usually these are locked in a higher level. These vents are usually blocked off. Yeah. There is a way to actually circumvent that, but it's really, really hard. If you have a low key, you can try, you have to spam decoy basically, and then try and switch teleport with a decoy to get through. You can. I've done it with... There's one with a moving laser grid, a 3-parter. If you stand the second one, you can actually, if you look up, you can actually see like vents like those, except they'll be like on the ceiling. And you normally can't do anything to it, but if you spam the decoy, you might be able to get it in there and then switch teleport into it. But then it's literally like, I believe it was a white space. I haven't done it in like several years, but I experimented with it before. It was more or less a blank space.
Hold up. Detecting glass resonance. It's close. There's less than nothing left of who they once were. tough, but no glass is unbreakable.
Let's see, this room, nothing particular. Just a big room. This room, nothing. Oh, this is the room I was talking about. The moving laser grid. See, that one right there. You can actually switch teleport into it, and I believe the lower tier ones, you can these are open, I think? If they aren't open, no, I think they don't open. It's just lower number of lasers you have to go through. But, I think you can go through these if you spam switch teleport as well. Spam the decoy, switch teleport. Most of the time I don't even come down here, but you can actually turn off the laser grid this. But don't take the front door unless you're invisible and you have the laser grid turned off, because to hack this, there's a camera right on the other side that is facing the door, so really easy to get spotted with. Or alternatively, I usually just go up this way. Camera, great. Fall down here. And if I remember correctly, if you switch teleported with a decoy, you end up literally right, which means that you actually bypass most of it, but it's really difficult to do. So there's a very good chance that your decoy is just on the floor shooting at the floor, shooting and drawing attention, or that you just spend so much energy trying to put the decoy into the vent in the first place. It becomes really difficult to switch teleport. Nothing on the other side. Oh yeah, there's a bottom section to this map that, like, on rare occasion, the capsules or the caches, they spawn down here, but there's honestly most of the time I find them on the top side. That's probably towards the exit. Is this a tower? That's the tower. So this one has several ways to clear it. There's also a lot of hidden lots. I want to say like 3, I think. 1, face the out. Turn once you go through the elevator, turn around. Ah no, there's a secret door. There you go. Lets you start midway instead of starting all the way from the bottom. These laser grids, you can deactivate. But since I'm using Avara with the augmentation, you don't have to. But if you do, it's up here. Funny thing is that sometimes these don't both always open. So sometimes you have to go through laser grid. But disable laser. You disable a good, like a few of the top ones, basically the easy one. And yeah, that's kind of it. It's not really much. If I remember correctly, you also disable some of the lasers outside. Like these lasers, it disables dope. Instead of, if you come all the way down here, actually from right where you exit, where you get off the elevator, sometimes these open and they're on the directly on the side of the tower. Alternatively, to climb the tower, you can use the vents in these rooms, but usually these are open, not locked like that. I'm running into a lot of normally locked doors that normally are open. Yeah, you skip that camera, come up here, and then you sneak over to this one, and then go up there. Yeah, that's one way to do it. But the elevator shaft one is the quickest way to do it. Actually. Nope. I thought it was gonna spawn me at the top, like the defense or interception on Ceres shipyard. If you don't know the trick that I'm referring to, it's just load into the interception and defense on Ceres shipyard. And to go up, you have to take an elevator, right? Just start the elevator, get out of it, jump down the hole of where the elevator is, and you'll teleport to the top. By that time, the elevator's not even near the top yet. Let's see what other tricks. There's the spy room with the 3x3 grid, where you have to go through like 2 rooms on the side. The easiest solution is to actually just go up and over. So you go up, so right at the entrance, like the first spy room that I did, there's gonna be like 2 vents that you can get into.
You are here to infiltrate data vaults.
You can get into one of them, and then your alternative is to just get into just get high enough, and then just kind of look at the cameras and just don't walk into. I think this is the room I just spoke of. Nope, nope, not this. So this one, it can be long or it can be short, depends on which door opens. I believe we don't get the shortcuts. Because you can see right here, there's a vent in the back. That vent is, let's see, let's take out the camera. That vent's entrance is linked to this one. So if this door opens, you can actually use... I don't know if you can use Loki to sneak through. They added an extra layer here. But regardless of which side you go through, take out the camera or just avoid getting seen, come up here. And voila, you're out here. The thing is, if the other door was open instead, we would be at the back of the room. But since this one is the one that's only available, it ends up dropping us right out in front of this. Same as before, go around there. I think this is the first Spyro that I did, yeah. Right, yeah, so if it actually freezes over, I believe it's around where my cat stand. That's where the cryogenic leakage would be blocking. You know, I'm thinking about it. I don't think the big tall room, the 3 big floors, I don't think it's Corpus Ship Tileset. I think this is the tower one. Alright, let's try one more spy and then maybe I should try a Corpus Ship Survival. It might have that tile that I want. See, doing these, like, just going over like the little hidden passages here and there, reminds me of all of the spies or rescues that you do with pugs, and the first thing you do is, let's try and open the front door. Actually, let's do a yeah, let's do one more spy, and then we'll go do a rescue one. Because you don't go through the front door ever for speed in most cases. Especially Orkan Tower Rescue. Primarily because the door opening animation is so slow. By the time you finish hacking, the door opens. I probably have one item. I probably have already hacked one, maybe two of the consoles already inside. And the easiest way to actually know if the rescue target is in that one, hack it.
Tenno, I need you to get inside enemy data vaults and retrieve crucial intelligence data.
Hack it. Hack the one that you need to hack. Just give it a second, because if the rescue target is there, they'll call out saying, "Tenno, I'm here." If it doesn't, then move on to the next one. This room, nothing of interest, except that you can actually get under the stairs. You can like park your boat. Oh, yes, one of my favorite spy rooms. This whole spy room is all about, can you parkour? But I'll just walk through it. But I will parkour the second part. Oh, that door, that vent's closed. That means I'm looking at that vent. So before we had like bullet jump and stuff, where we had a stamina system, you actually had to run up certain things. Oh, and at this little tunnel here, if you trip the laser in the first part, this wall comes down and turret pops out, and you need to go in through this one because there's like a big like gate comes down and comes up, I think. Like it just meets halfway and just shuts you off. Normally I'd be aiming for that vent. And yes, you can clear that in one go. Actually I do that from the second floor. If I did it from first floor, I have to clear the first half and just bullet jump up there. But yes, one thing you can do is, if you can actually just bypass the first half and just go in there, because these are linked. This one and the one that I wanted to go to at the end of the corridor, these are linked, and it drops you directly into the vault. But if you're me, and if this vent is open, let's see if we can still do this. Up, did it? Yeah. So if that vent is open, you just go slide directly right in. But I had to use this one instead. Oh, they spotted my cat. Oh, and once you've gone through halfway, you can turn off the first half of the laser grid with this one. The second half is right there by the door. This room, nothing special. I think
Hold
this
up.
is the one I
Detecting glass resonance. It's close.
Yeah. So deactivate the laser grid, and that's literally just the first floor, the ground floor. You gotta take one to the side.
There's less than nothing left of who they
Go
once
up.
were.
See if we can go through that one. No, you can't. This leads you to a center one. Center one's also locked.
You
Go
gotta
to the
find out
back
what's
one.
protecting them and then take your shot.
And yes, I've seen people that just takes the bottom floor and sets off the alarm right away. That's why I stopped doing spy on public. Oh, my cat got the meat book. Oh, and if you ever don't know how to do the spy or any hacking stuff, Corpus, outside then inside. Once you have arranged everything on the outside to match, just spin the one in the middle until it works. Yeah, these elevators, on occasion there's like one with a vent, like right here or something. And you can get, and you can wall run it up the entire thing, and you'll like pop up right here. Takes quite a while though. Taking an elevator is usually faster. Oh, this one's open completely. Oh yeah, once you open up the vents, sometimes the Corpus units will jump into them. I'm pretty sure this room, a very rare occasion. Behind one of the boxes, there is like a little open vent for you to climb into, and just a little hidden area. Though I think I've only seen on sabotage, because the hidden caches can spawn there. Right. Let's use a frame I haven't used in a long time. Wait, Tesla Bank? While it's attached to an enemy and it is absorbed in channel. Oh. No, you don't need that. Put this on. Okay, rescue. That's not rescue. That's sabotage. Capture. Neptune. Defense. Rescue. Local defense. It's that one.
Intel suggests that our person of interest is in the vicinity. Search for the hostage and bring him home.
Huh. Oh, there they are. Get in the elevator. Get in the elevator.
We can't leave without rescuing the prisoner. Keep searching.
So yeah, there's the front door. Thank you. Let's see, going up the side. There's there's two ways, up here. Or down there. Either way will work.
I thought I was gonna die in there. Thank you.
And you can always leave up through the top. Or where we came in from, or downstairs. Literally just under where we came in.
I can fight you. Give me a weapon.
There's other stuff, but those are your primary ways of getting out. I'm out of it. It's one of these that can spawn that room. Maybe I need to do survival or something. Maybe it'll spawn there. Rescue mobile defense. You know the room I'm thinking of, the big 3-story room. You don't see that one often because the 3-story room with the bridge in the middle, and there's an elevator on either side. You like don't see that one often. Survival? That survival maps tend to be bigger, so there might be a chance of it to spawn. But I'm gonna have to run all over the place to find it.
Keep the enemy busy while a fellow tunnel operative raids the ship for supplies. Ready? Trigger the alarm. They have just shut down all systems. I'm sending life support capsules your way.
This room. Not really a secret, but you can actually get all the way up. And on the entrances, there's a bridge, and that's where people choose the AFK. This one, same with the other one. You can actually get all the way up here. Before they nerfed the Zenith Star, or rather they made the changes to the focus tree, where Onairu used to add damage type to elemental weapons as well. So instead of like, oh, it does 25% more elemental damage, and basically more IPS, it used to look at your weapon and then go, I'll add 30% of impact to that. And it was stupidly powerful because Zenith Star can use Shadow Impact. You know, a spinning disc of fire that can also remove armor. What broke the wheel? I haven't been on this side yet. This is not a dead end. Oh, this. You're looking for caches? Look up.
When you are ready, launch extraction. Critical life support levels. Extraction is your best option.
Oh, I probably should have killed more. this room, there is a variant with a lower. There's one with a floor on the bottom, and that one, if you land right under the bridge, there's sometimes a hidden room down there. Just like right around there is basically a floor, and right underneath the bridge is an open vents. This should be a dead end. Yeah, I explored, I think, most of the map already. See, that should just be another dead end. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of it. The start. Regrets. Wait, I'm in the wrong way. Right, so back then when Nairo would just straight up add a damage type to like the Zenistar, I used to, when it was the Hyena Sortie, you go alone. Because alone means you don't have to deal with, you only deal with 2 hyenas instead of 4. Because number of players scales up the number of hyenas available.
The longer you fight, the more successful we will be.
And with 1 player, there's only 2 hyenas. I would literally just sit in the rafter and just use the Unairu ability so on my Zenistar so I can get impact damage onto my Zenistar. And shattering impact plus elemental weakness. And you just sit there, you just wait until they die. Yeah, that was one of my strategy. It's boring, it's slow, but you generally only use the Zenistar like twice, maybe 3 times at most. And you need a secondary weapon to help you get the damage. Cause your shattering impact removes the armor, and then I believe it was robotics help, so you're looking at radiation or electricity. But you can't really use radiation because if you irradiate the hyena, they run off, they don't stand in the damage pool, making it take even longer. I'm gonna try one more exterminate. If the room that I really want to show off doesn't show off well, you don't see it. You really rarely see it.
Threats.
That's probably did it. Hey, it's this map. The one I've been talking about the entire. So, second floor is basically the entrance and exit points most of the time. Let's see, is it this one? Is it the I think it's the other side. Bottom floor? Yep, bottom. Oh, it's not open. No, you spawn but you don't open because it leads to a back room. Right, maybe it's the one on the other side. Yep, it's just. And if I have a frame like a Wukong, that's kind of where I hide, so that my clone can do all the work. To some degree anyway, I usually don't. I think that covers most of the stuff I want to do. Now murder each other.
Broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
I swear sometimes there's an open grate, like it spawns a door, like a mini, like kind of like the grate. Can't find it though. I've seen it like very few times. Aside from that one bridge, it's literally just a corridor. You just run across a bridge. On the other side of the bridge, it can be like a respawn space, or it can just be solid floor. And the solid floor, it's basically looks like a bunch of the great paneling for the ground. It's just a bunch of them lined up, and one of them's opened up, kind of like the rescue room. The if you go under, then it'll kind of look like that. For it would be the rescue for an ice planet. That flooring.
With a nod, saying all that needs saying. I'm your knight, saying,
Well, I'm gonna put this up. Actually, I'm gonna put it up tonight. This way, so I can just go. If it drops tomorrow, I press F for the tile set. I literally just recorded it last night.